So, no, yeah, we've got 5 here. The first one that we've included here is to be global.
Yeah.
And I think when we started investing, we really only thought about Australia. And obviously technology has come a long way and made it easier as well. But home country bias is a big, I guess, mistake or bias that a lot of investors have. And it's one to avoid because Australia is 2% of the global stock market. There's a lot of opportunity out there.
Yeah, absolutely. When we first started, it was expensive to invest overseas, and there was no doubt that it was right at the time that all these big tech companies were coming into play. And if you think about what we use these days, you're wearing Nike at some point during the day. You're not right now. We use Apple, all these things that we're using in our life are from companies all around the world.
Yeah, well, let's take the book. We wrote the book on an American computer. We were probably wearing clothes made in Asia. I don't know if you were wearing clothes all the time while you were writing.
Fast and loose.
Drinking coffee with the beans grown in Brazil or around the world. Listening to music from, I don't know, a British band on an app that was made in Sweden.
Yeah.
Like the innovation is global, the business is global, and investing should be global as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think, lesson number 1, try to avoid home country bias.
Yeah.
And I know it's easy to sign up to a broker that has Aussie stocks and get carried away with Commonwealth Bank and BHP, but the opportunity set is massive.
Yeah, it's not just an Australian problem. Like every investor has home country bias. In the book, we talk about stats from Japan, from Canada, from the US, and from Australia about just how domestically focused a lot of investors' portfolios are. And look, there are reasons for that we unpack in the book. Sometimes your home country is better than countries overseas. But at the end of the day, the companies that we know the best are the companies that we use the most. And a lot of the time, they're not Australian anymore. Yeah.
So go global is the first lesson we wish we knew. Second, Ren, and I really like this one. No points for originality when it comes to investing.
This isn't school.
This isn't school.
Copying the smart kids is encouraged.
Exactly. What do we mean by this? There is no reason that you need to feel like you need to come up with that unique investing idea and find a stock that no one's ever heard about to be impressive and to get returns. And, you look at the best investors in the world are all investing in the same thing. They're investing in the Microsofts. They're investing in the Amazon. There's no points or major reason for you to try and be super different.
Yeah, well, we did Watch This Wednesday yesterday with Rob, and the 3 companies he chose were Berkshire Hathaway, Magellan, and Alphabet.
Yeah.
Which aren't new companies, but they're excellent companies.
Yeah, and this is something that I took a while to understand. It wasn't that I was trying to be unique, but I always thought that if they're the big companies and everyone's talking about them, then they're not going to be the biggest returns and the best investment.
Yeah, you feel this drive to discover the next stock.
Yeah, which inevitably leads you down a path that it sometimes pays off and the returns can be great. But there is nothing wrong with copying the Warren Buffetts, copying the Bill Ackmans.
Yeah.